Hello, I'm Amy Walker, and this is a beginner's New York accent course. Welcome. So in this course, I do kind of like I give you a baseline and then I divide a little bit into a couple of different specializations. Uh, this kind of thing where the T's and the D's are not dentalized. And then this kind of thing that I'm doing now, which is a little bit more neutral. And then also you can get more sibilant as well. So all of those are gender anything. Have fun, feel what feels right for you, for the character, for whoever. And of course, always a disclaimer, I cannot represent everybody in New York. Obviously, there are bazillions of people in New York. I am just one white person. So if you have an ethnicity that is not mine, there are loads of other things available to you in addition to this. Anyone can do this accent and it might totally apply for you. But no, and it could be a good foundation for you. But no, keep doing your research and see, like, is there something else that is a better fit for me or for this character, given your demographic. So I leave that to your discernment. And, as always, a bit about how I work. Obviously, you're going to be listening, but also, if you can, watch me, my mouth, watch, Jalina's mouth, and watch your own. So have a mirror, or even better, have like recording software, whether it's, I don't know, phone booth or your phone or something, so that you can see, oh, she says or, and I'm going, oh, similar shape, but the opposite movement, and it might be that your brain at that exact moment is paying attention to something else or thinks it's right because it feels right, because it's what you know, but that's the old way, so use as many senses as possible to help you pinpoint these sounds, these movements, these rhythms, right? And they're things that, like, if you see how my body is moving and your body is really stiff, then it can be a reminder, oh, I'm alive. Maybe if I move like I'm alive, the body that creates these sounds will be more able to do so. So another reminder then to do the warm-up video every time. Why? Because it's easier for you. It'll be easier for you, common sense says, to do new shapes if you warmed up, right? Says everything, says all sports forever. Not that you're going to get injured, who knows? But you could, like, I don't want you to create habitual tension patterns trying to get around your habitual tension patterns. So just do the warm up, right? Also, as always, I say, please record yourself. Not for me, it makes no difference to me, I suppose, whether you achieve your goals or not. I just want you to, because, like, that makes everybody happier. And you're not going to do that if all you do is passive listening. Passive listening is great, or passive talking. If you're not checking yourself, you won't be sure. It's rule of thumb, right? So, like, if you were doing target practice with no target, you wouldn't know. You'd be like, oh, great, I'm Robin Hood, right? But you wouldn't know. So you put the target there so you can see, oh, okay, yeah, maybe if I adjust, right? So with the recording yourself, yes, go all the way through this entire course. You're going to go through multiple times. It's designed that way. Okay, go through multiple times. Have it be passive sometimes where you're listening, you're doing it, but then have your times when you pause and you record me saying it, you record yourself saying it. Okay? And Jalina or whatever, but you record yourself. And then I didn't say this, but you can take the audio out once you've worked with the video, because I also do hand movements, and it can be really, really helpful to pinpoint those sounds. I do the things that have been honed over years that really freaking help. So, like, do yourself a favor, all right? And, like, do everything to make it easier for you. I like easy. So then take the audio, okay? Put it in your recording software. It's okay if it's free, GarageBand, Audacity, anything like that. It's okay if it's on your phone, but it's really difficult. I mean, maybe there's a great like app and you can, you know, do multi-track on your phone. Fine. I find it easier on a desktop. Or, you know, my laptop. So drop in the audio and start splitting it up 3 to 5 words, 3 to 5, like that long. What I just said there, 3 to 5. And you take a little piece, or like I put in here, the words or the phrases or that kind of thing. You take a piece, you drop it in there, you have another track, and that's going to be for you now, and you're going to record, and you leave a space. And then you paste again, and you leave a space and you paste, and you do that 6 times. And then you go back, you record in not in that same track because you don't want to cover over, but you record on top. So you're listening, you're speaking, you're listening, you're speaking. Why so short? Because the amount of information you will retain in your short-term memory, it's literally called short. That's the technical term because it is not long. You want to remember a lot of information. You want to remember tone. You want to remember rhythm and stress. You want to remember the shapes of the vowels and consonants and their relationship to each other, and how the relationship of this word changes depending on what's following it or before, right? So you record that little thing, you listen, you do that 6 times, you go back and you listen to it, just 100% listen. Because the amount that you can hear when you're 100% listening is way more than when you're listening and thinking about what you're saying and how you're saying it, right? So you listen back, you do it again. Because you hear, oh, I got that. Ooh, that was weird. Nailed this. Oh, okay, the melody. Like the more your brain starts to fill in those things, the more you realize, oh, I didn't even think about the melody yet. Let me do that. This is what I do when I'm learning. When I'm doing a voice match, I will do that hundreds of times. Okay. That's how you get it. People. So like, if you're like, oh, I did it twice, good for you. Aim for 3 next time, then aim for 5, and then 6, and then 10, and then 20, because it's that level that's going to make you a master of this, if that's what you want. And if you're here, you probably do, because it's so much more fun. So you do that, and then you just keep building on, what are the next 3 to 5 words, and you stitch them together, and you build on, and you stitch them together. What do I mean by stitch them together? You grab the last word or two from the previous, and you carry it forward into the next, because you don't want things to be chopped up. That's not how we talk, unless it's intentional, and then we're conveying something that might not be your intention. So yeah, so do that stitching in, and then you got your whole sentence. You listen to that back, and then you're like, oh my God, I'm doing it, right? Also with this, however you identify in terms of gender, please try out all of these things. I realize I am female identifying, but don't let that put you off. Okay. Find your ways. I'm giving you clues. I'm giving you all sorts of things in there for however you identify, however the character identifies, so really find your ways through that. And if you need more, then take these principles and the ways that I'm breaking it down, and then, specialize to the little polishing bit, with other resources on YouTube. Accent tag is a really great way to do that. Just put in accent tag New York or Bronx or Brooklyn, whatever, and find some references there. Okay, lots of information. I love you. Take care. I will see you in the course.